start. You want to go with speed, AP? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Uh, mm, I don't know. I guess this is sort of like a speed and AP rubbed into one. Do you have a
Okay.
problem with Casey and Minato being relative to BG Sage Naruto?
Speed, you change Naruto in what regard?
Combat speed and probably AP as well, based off the Kurama statement.
What statement?
Kurama says that Minato has the same half of him inside of him as Naruto, so you should be able to provide powerful support.
What does that mean?
Um, in the context, it would mean like a combination attack against Jubito.
That just means they both have half of Kurama. Like, is that an issue?
Um, well,
I don't
wouldn't
think
you
that
agree
means
to
much for AP.
hold on? Wouldn't you agree to like provide powerful support in a combat sense, right? You need to be relative to the person you're supporting.
Can you show me a scan that says he like provides like relative support or powerful support? Anything like
Yeah,
that?
I'll go grab that scan.
Okay.
Do you know around what chapter that is? That should be like
I
six
don't know, 640-ish?
647.
Somewhere between 640 and
It should probably
650.
be
I don't know.
647. Let's see. This is too late. Should be 645 then. Actually, wait, no. This is probably in my scan server.
My bounty better go up. I bet. Am I gonna get number one off this? I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know. It's not in my scan server. I can show you the. I'll go get the statement right quick.
I have a tactic I'm gonna use. Basically, I'm gonna concede on purpose, and then I'm gonna say that we set this up, and then you're gonna get disqualified from the bounty system. Is that fair?
What?
You're a spur.
You're such a bitch, JaJa.
I'm playing.
uh, I'm gonna.
By the way, 6 paths. JaJa paid me to concede when I conceded to him.
Yeah,
No.
I bet everyone can like smack JaJa around.
Alright, now I'm gonna ban JaJa if that's good with you. No, I'm
What?
just kidding.
Pretty sure you can't ban JaJa because he has higher perms.
Yeah, I literally can't.
Hold on, JaJa, because I'm uploading this to my scan server first.
Having
What?
farmers must be
Nigga.
nice.
On Ja. Alright. Go to Skins and Cokes.
Ghost. I'm in the wrong chat. What's that?
Bro, you put in Naruto KCM relative to KCM Naruto.
Let me edit that right quick.
Okay, what does this mean? Powerful support doesn't have to mean relative in AP. He could be like he could be half as strong as him and still provide powerful support. You don't think so?
That would still be like low end relative.
Low end relative. Well, like if you think like
Actually,
half his
JaJa,
power
if you
is
want to,
relative, do
if you
think,
want
like,
to, if you want to
25% is
agree at
relative?
half, that's fine. I'll agree to half.
It could be less than half. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I'm saying this
It would
is
have
just
to
a
be-
very vague statement.
it would
That
have to be
doesn't imply
somewhere.
they're, like that
would have-
close.
It would have to be somewhat relative, right? Otherwise,
It could be 10%. Who knows?
no, JaJa. Okay, if he's providing powerful support, right? If it's 10%, then Minato would just not be needed
What do you mean?
because Naruto would scale 10 times higher than him.
Well, you understand
That's
that like a
not powerful
10% like
support.
help like for example, like 6 paths. If I were to give you like I don't know, if you're struggling against something, and I had like 10% of your power, and I would help you out. That is like a pretty decent boost. Because you probably don't think much of it because 10% seems small. But when you're as powerful as someone like Naruto, for example, 10% of your power is still a lot of power if you think about it. Like 10% is still a lot.
Yeah,
in this
but it
tier of
wouldn't.
power.
No, but JaJa, it wouldn't be a lot in relation to Naruto. It'd be a lot in relation to other people, right? But if Minato is trying to provide powerful support to Naruto in a combat sense, right, he would need to be relative in AP, or he'd just be.
Why would he
irrelevant
have to
the
be
cause.
relative in AP though?
I just said so.
To
I just
support
said
it.
why because he.
But
If
but
not,
like there's no entailment of like the word support or the definition support that like would ever entail that you would have to be like near them to support them. Like support doesn't have that entailment.
Well, they're about to go like attack Jubito, so I just say like the context would like just support my
Yeah, the Konoha.
interpretation.
I think the Konoha 11 supported Naruto and Sasuke like attacking Jubito.
They
They
got
definitely
amped
did
by
support it.
Naruto though.
The Shinobi Alliance supported a lot. Yeah, but they're like all drastically weaker than them. Like, what's the point? The Shinobi Alliance also did that. They
But
also
we
provided
don't know if
powerful
they
support despite
but
Naruto being able to solo them.
yeah, what? They
Like
were
the
all
Shinobi
amped.
Alliance that did the Chakra Tug
Hey,
of War
hey, hey,
though.
yo! I have to swap to my phone real quick. Can you guys pause for a sec?
Yeah.
Sure. I hope you love me as much as that I love you. If I die right now.
All right. What were
Okay.
you saying, JaJa?
I was basically saying that where would I leave off? Oh yeah, I was basically saying that there's like nothing that like well, you already addressed that, how like the word support or like powerful support doesn't like inherently entail that you have to be relative to the person you're supporting. And I brought up the fact that the Shinobi Alliance was helping with like the Jubito Chakra Tug of War, right? And they were supporting them, right? In like the
It
Shinobi
doesn't have
Alliance.
to be powerful
Even though
support.
like Naruto could like solo 99% of them. Like
It
would you
doesn't have
disagree
to
with
be
that?
powerful support.
What do you mean?
And that's also like a weakened Naruto. But like what I'm saying
Weaken
is right.
Naruto, but they were still like, but they're all still much weaker than Naruto, providing powerful support. Like all of them,
I
in
don't
like
know if
all of
they're
them
still like
combined, not
much
like the
weaker than
individuals.
Naruto.
The Shinobi Alliance.
Yeah, I don't know if they're all still much weaker than that like super fatigued Naruto.
Like you mean these random people with like Kurama cloaks?
Yeah.
Wait, but you understand that would be like weaker than like I don't know Four Tails Naruto, right?
It would all depend on like the Shinobi's chakra control.
Their chakra control. Do you think any of these people are even KCM 1 level, much less KCM 2 stage mode?
They all react to the Jubi,
They all react to the Jubi. What
which
does that
KCM
mean?
2 could not do.
What? Okay, you understand that like whatchamacallit, the reason why they can react to the Jubies because like the Jubies like whatchamacallit, the Jubi would be slower in
Based on
you understand that like the giant forms of these characters like Kurama, Avatar, Susanoo, for example, that slows
the
them down,
big
right?
Jubi's the one that speedless is KCM 2 Naruto.
Was he in his Avatar form?
Yeah, he still got perception
That's
blitz though.
exactly my point.
But he still got perception blitzed.
Can you show me he got perception bliss?
Yeah, I got you, my guy.
Okay.
Fax is a smirk. Let's see.
Wait, what did Fax do?
Look in general.
Oh.
I would also like to remind you that Obito and Madara were controlling directly linked to the Tento, so they can't change the power of it, and they can't suppress the power if they chose to.
Say that again?
They were like, you remember when they linked their body, like they had that piece of the Tento stuck to their stomach, right?
Yeah.
They were literally talking about conserving its power and shit like that. That's why there's like scenes where like I don't know, KCM 2 Naruto like is slower than the Jubi then, but then like a weaker Naruto, like a somewhat fatigued like Sage Mode Naruto is like reacting to his attacks with like the Roth Shuriken and shit like that. So like in Obito and Madara can like suppress the Tento's power. They even bring it up when they first summon it. Like yeah, we should like suppress his power a bit and like
So
don't use too much of it.
Jubi above KCO 2 Naruto. Suppress Jubi also.
I'm saying that they could suppress to multiple levels. So like, and you don't think it would be
why
like
would this be-
inconsistent with the narrative that like these Shinobi Alliance
the
members are on the
narrative,
like same
JaJa.
tier as
We're
Naruto?
bringing the narrative into this, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we are arguing on like characters in the narrative, right?
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
yeah,
Okay.
so you don't
What
like it
was
would
this?
also be
What was this
inconsistent with the
point all
narrative. We're
for
going to be
again?
this
Because I
strong.
might not even need this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're providing powerful support to Naruto. Let me go look at that scene actually.
Yeah, they were like helping with the Chakra Tug of War. Like,
Yeah, I know they were. I don't know how
Yeah.
to what extent they were helping. So we'll go see. We'll go see JaJa.
but like even if you like see it and you don't deem it as being powerful support, by the way, I just want to give you a heads up. Like powerful support, the term does not like inherently entail anything. So even if you see it as
Huh? No,
powerful, if you
what I'm
don't
saying,
and
no,
I do,
JaJa.
like
What I'm saying, power support in this context would be what I'm referring to, because they're
why?
about
Why
to
would it
perform a
have to be that?
because they're about to perform a combination attack on Jubito, right?
Why does that
So
mean they have to be like
hold
around the
on,
same
hold
level
on,
of power?
JaJa. I'm about to explain that, right?
Okay.
Okay. If Naruto, right, was massively more powerful than Minato, then Minato would be completely unneeded in the equation
Why?
because it wouldn't be powerful support.
Why?
Because Naruto's making up, like, Here, if we go by like
But
your
where in the definitions of powerful or support doesn't imply that like if you combine these terms they have to be relative to you. Like my point of this argument is basically to saying that powerful support is a very vague and subjective term that has no inherent entailment.
I
If you
think
haven't
the in the,
realized.
I think in the context it would be referring to like AP and speed.
Where's the context that would say inherently has like you said it needs to be that? Like may I
Yes.
remind you, you did say that you say they would like need to be like relative or close, right? So I'm
Yes.
like, where's the entailment
Okay,
that
JaJa.
that would need to be the case and it
So
can't be anything
here,
else?
so if we said like, okay, Minato is just 10% of Naruto, right?
Yeah,
Naruto would outscale him by more than 10 times. You agree?
about 10 times, sure. Why?
Okay, then that's not powerful support
Why?
because Naruto is 10 times above what Minato's
But you
adding.
don't
He's
know
not
that.
like he's not so.
But
What?
you, but like,
We just
no,
agreed
not
in
like
this
the
like
10 times
analogy.
thing, right? When no, I wasn't referring to the 10 times thing, as in you don't know that. I'm
Mhm.
referring to like you don't know if that's considered powerful support or not by their standards. As I was saying, like
Um.
the standards and like definitions for powerful support is very vague. Like
JaJa.
let's say you were like weightlifting, right?
JaJa. If
And you
his
were
attack,
trying to like
if his attack potency isn't going to increase the blast at all, then I don't think they would consider it powerful
increase
support.
what?
If his attack potency isn't going to like help Naruto out at all, right? To like
It
them to be
is.
somewhat
If it's
relative,
like 10%, if it's 10, 20, 30, that is
that's
some
not
help.
powerful.
But you understand, as I said earlier, at this tier of power, 10% is a lot, right?
In relation to that Shinobi, yeah, not to other people.
In relation to Naruto, that would still be a lot. Like, let's say I don't know. Let's say Naruto exerts, fuck, I don't, a billion joules, right? And then like 10% of a billion is 100 million. A billion and like
Yeah,
a
if
billion and
Obito can
100 million
take 2 billion
are
though,
two
right?
like do have a big gap in like power. You know that, right?
Yeah, if Obito could take 2 billion though, then it wouldn't matter. Like Minato support wouldn't matter.
He can get all the support he needs. It's Jubito. Like, what's the problem with that?
Okay, but to
Like,
be
six
powerful
fast. Like,
support, JaJa,
there's no inherent entailment of the term powerful support,
do you
which is
wanna
the like purpose of my argument.
do you wanna leave
So
this up to
this
Bubbles?
doesn't demonstrate the relative.
Do you wanna leave it up to Bubbles?
Sure.
Yes, you
Sure.
do want to.
Okay.
Okay. What else
Do
do
you
you
have
have
a
for
problem?
Minato?
Do you have a problem with Minato at least scaling to KCM2 Naruto? Like KCM
You said what?
Minato, like KCM Minato scaling to KCM2 Naruto. Do you have a problem with that?
Which case him to Naruto?
Late war.
In terms of what?
Speed AP both.
Speed AP. How does he scale in AP?
I guess that would like hinge off the previous point.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just say like KCM2 Naruto like speed blitz and pin down Madara.
When?
When he's fighting the Biju.
Can you show me a scan of that? I'm pretty sure Madara was not looking at him at all.
He has Sage mode on.
Can you show me like a scan of the scene happening? Because I'm pretty sure he was like
I
doing
got
other
you,
shit
my
when it
guy.
happened.
He wasn't, but I
Okay.
got you. Do I have this in my scan server? Probably not. Scans and calcs. There we go. Scans and calcs, my guy.
Okay. I need to see the scan beforehand, but
I got you.
I could probably find
If you want the chapter number, is 658.
658. Okay. Yeah, this is a sneak attack.
Yeah, he's in Sage mode though.
What does that mean?
He should have passive sensory.
Can you demonstrate the Sage Mode Sentry is passive?
Well, Madara would have to be using it, right? Because he doesn't have any eyes to see.
Why does that mean he's using it in this moment where no one's attacking him and he's far away from his opponents?
He just busted out of Gaara's Sanjutsu.
Yeah, but
So
I
he's
just
just
said
in
he's far away
combat.
from his opponents and no one's currently attacking him.
How does he know he's far away from his opponents?
Hmm?
How does he know he's far away from his
because
opponents?
his opponents were over there. Like just because you're blind doesn't mean you're not like completely unaware. Like you can be blind for one. Like you can be a blind human and be aware of what's going on without
JaJa, he
stage
just
mode, right?
got sealed.
Yeah, and he broke out the seal and he
How does he
jumped
know
away from
which
them,
way
right?
he busted out of?
What do you mean?
To say he
Do you
doesn't know
think he
his
has no
opponents
sense
are
of
close.
hearing?
Are they talking for him to hear?
They don't have to talk. They're big bee juice. A sudden movement can create a lot of noise if you didn't know.
Can you show me them moving?
What?
Can you show me them moving in this scene for that to like be the case?
Okay, sure. When like Shukaku activated his grand sand mausoleum seal with Gara or whatever, like what? And he
No,
jumped out of it, jumped back.
I'm talking about after. Like, 'cause this is after that.
After what?
This is after all that happened. He just jumped out of it.
Yeah,
In
when
this last
Naruto
scene.
hits him from behind.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit? Wait, are you saying they're saying complete? Hold on, let me read this scene real quick. Oh, never mind. They don't seem to be moving. Never mind. I'm fine with that. All right, so what's the point of this Naruto scaling? You're saying that Naruto's like faster than
Yeah.
his
So
whatchamacallit?
yeah, I'm
His
saying Naruto.
Susanoo? Sure.
What? Well, it's
His
Naruto's big
Susanoo?
form as well. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So okay, so basically, what I would be going with this is like, say my scaling for Minato went through these relative to PG stage on Naruto, right? Um,
Sure.
okay,
But
so
how
this
does
is
Madara Susanoo in this form, like blind Sage Mode Madara Susanoo, scale to like Sage Hashirama?
um, you're aware of the statement that this Madara is relative to EMS Madara.
No.
You are so you fucking all right. Fine, I'll go get that statement, JaJa.
Okay.
Hey, yo, I lagged out of the call after he said I'm gonna like share the Bijou making noise. What did I miss after
Oh,
that?
I accepted that they weren't moving and they weren't making noise, and then I said that whatchamacallit, that would like scale Minato like off of whatchamacallit, off of Madara Susanoo when he's blind in Sage Mode. I just said how does Hashirama scale to that? And then he said, are you aware of the statement where it says blind Sage Madara scales to EMS Madara? And I said no. So basically, he's trying to like show the relevance in scaling Minato to this like blind Sage Madara's like
I
Susanoo.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, scan this in there right now, JoJo.
Okay.
Yeah, just scan the calcs.
Madara's regaining his past strength. Okay. Do you know what past means?
Um, beforehand,
Okay. What's beforehand?
EMS,
Yeah. What's also beforehand?
Edo.
Okay. So which one is it referring to?
I just say EMS off the basis that
Why?
Edos are weaker than alive counterparts.
Why is Edo with Rinnegan weaker than blind Sage Mode alive? Those are like two completely different abilities. Can you like measure which one's above
Why is
which?
what? Well, okay, you're aware that
Why is
like
Edo with two Rinnegan like below alive, which Sage Mode no Dojutsu?
okay, do the fake Renegon amp you
Yeah.
based
Wait. What do
on
you mean? What do you mean by that?
like okay his fake Renegon, are they making him stronger?
Well, they're still like just because they're Edo Rinnegan doesn't mean they're fake, right? Like they still amp him, right? Like you understand that. Like they still give him abilities. They
Why?
still give him chakra, for example.
I don't know if they give him chakra. Can you like
You
demonstrate
don't think
that?
they give him chakra?
I don't know if they do.
So why do you think he can like fight with a Hashirama, the same Hashirama who fought him in like because you understand like Hashirama fought Madara Valley the end, and then
Hmm.
continue living after that and continue to like even fight. Like he died in battle as well, right?
He died in battle.
I think no, hold on. Yeah, it's referenced by Tsunade. Yeah, actually, when she like speaks of Tobirama Hashirama, she said they died in vain for the village. Do you want me to get that statement?
Yeah, let me get that.
All right. Where's my Naruto shit? It should be in the Kage section.
You know damn well, JaJa, that this is referring to fucking EMS. But we're
Okay, look at
cooling.
Scans
We're
Couch.
cooling. We're cooling. Oh, you just had this shit ready? Got you.
Nah, I looked in the server.
Oh.
It
You
said,
say both
both my grandfather and the second Lord wanted an end to hostilities more than anything, and yet in the end they died in the vain for the village while still in the midst of pursuing their dreams. So it does allude to Hachirama dying in battle,
How?
How? Well, do you understand like
Oh,
what
never
dying for
mind.
the
Yeah,
village
yeah, yeah.
means?
I got,
Yeah.
I got it. I got
We
it. I
also
got
know
it.
Tobirama literally did that as well. So
Yeah, I had to actually like read the scan.
yeah. But
Um,
basically we know that Hashirama like post EMS Madara fight like continued to get stronger, right? And he continued to fight. You know, he was a Hokage during the first Ninja World War. We see Tobirama as a Hokage fighting during the war as well, right? So it would make more sense that he fights during the war, right?
Hashirama doesn't necessarily have to be going all out against Madara though,
What do you mean?
especially if he scales massively above him.
Scales massively above who?
Madara.
In what situation were you referring to?
Okay, if they can fight or here, basically what I'm trying to say is right. If you say Hashirama got like stronger after the fact, right, or after him and Madara fought,
Yeah.
but Madara also got stronger in his Edo
Yeah.
form because of his Rinnegan, right?
hmm
Hashirama doesn't have to be going all out against Madara.
Why would he not be trying against Madara or trying his hardest?
Well, for one, he's not using Sage Mode, right? Which is
He did use Sage Mode.
That's indicative of mode. What?
He did use Sage Mode.
He didn't use Sage Mode for Madara. When him and Madara started fighting, he turned it off.
In Edo, yeah, he did use Sage Mode.
Yeah.
You want to see the fight?
But he didn't use it for Madara.
What did he use it for? He
He
did use
uses
it for.
it-
He was fighting Madara in Sage Mode. Do you
Yeah,
forget that?
yes, but he turns it off during that fight, and they're still relative.
Because it doesn't last forever.
He can enter in an instant, and he still has like the Senjutsu chakra
It
needed.
doesn't mean it lasts forever.
But JaJa, if he can enter it in an instant, then he should just be able to turn it back on.
It doesn't mean he can just enter it mid battle. Like, what if it turned off and he was still in the midst of battle? Like, is that not an issue?
No, because that'd still be an instant.
What do you mean?
Okay, if he can enter it in, you're aware of this statement.
Okay,
I'm
but you
referring to,
understand
right?
he has to like still stop for a second to do it, right? And a second means a lot in a
Not
fight. Right?
necessarily.
Yes, he does.
All he does, if I recall correctly, is like put his hands together. He doesn't have
Yeah,
to
he,
stop.
he has to stop and put his hands together, right?
Okay, he can do that on top
Like
of the
let's say
goal.
I'm fighting you like hand to hand, right? Let's say we're just throwing fists
You're
at
getting
each other,
folded.
cuff to cuff.
You're getting fucking folded.
Shut up. Anyways, and then
Bad
randomly,
example.
randomly, you just stop and clap your hands together and close your eyes. Even for a split second, that can mean a lot. I could like,
JaJa.
I don't know, shank you in the gut. Like I don't know.
We're both not on top of giant chakra monsters.
On top of giant chakra monsters, he can still get hit on top of the giant chakra monster. What do you mean? His giant chakra monster can get destroyed. Like, what's the point?
What? Who says that like it takes Hashirama? Like who says it takes Hashirama enough time to like for Madara to capitalize on to hit him off of the wood golem or to like
You
tag
said what?
him? Who says it takes Hashirama? Right? Like
I'm
let's
saying
see.
they could be in the midst of fighting, right? Like you don't know what's going on in that scenario. Like because like in order for this to work, sure, but there had to be a scenario where Hashirama could just activate his sage mode in the midst of battle. But instead of you assuming that for some odd reason he would hold back against Madara when that's not in his character or his best interest, I think it would be
he
a better.
literally holds
assumption
back
to-
against him in the final valley.
How so?
He starts the fight in base, right? And then he's like
Uh-huh.
the whole like not the whole time, but he's like questioning Madara, like Madara, please come back to the village, my guy.
Yeah,
I'm
and he
begging
kills
you."
him, right?
Yeah, afterwards, and then like you can
Yeah,
even
and
argue
then
at
this
that
is the
point,
war
right?
arc,
That
right?
he didn't make up that
But
decision.
this is the war.
What?
He's already gone past the point where he's willing to stab Madara in the back. He has no reason to hold back anymore. Like him stabbing Madara in the back and finally deciding that it's time for his friend to like die or whatever, right? He doesn't have a reason to hold back on him anymore because he already gone past that point where he's willing to stab him through the back. So if he has an opportunity to stop Madara and steal him, right, to end like to help end the war, right, he
Actually,
would
can
do
you
that.
wait? Hold on. Can you show me him fighting Seijun Hashirama?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's why you acknowledge it. Okay, whatever. You're weird.
I mean, like I'm like vaguely remembering it.
See, here come the vague memories. Anyway,
I don't. I don't know if it's like Fuck, did I
it
turn
happens
it?
across
Yeah,
so
I
many
turned that shit back
chapters.
on.
It's like so annoying to find. So this might take a little bit.
Sure.
Hope you don't mind.
Yeah. Got you.
Where the
Bro, the war arc in general is hard to like try.
Hashirama find water? But that's like hand to hand on the ground, like
Yeah,
without
so
the
you can
giant
just
construct,
argue
right?
that the perfect Susanoo is a bigger amp than the wood golem.
Yeah, which is fine. But hand to hand, right? He can still fight base Hashirama.
No, I guess I think that's fine. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me think. This is all for like
I'm basically saying that whatchamacallit, Hashirama after Madara quote unquote died, right, would have gotten stronger and
Mm-hmm.
Madara, right, with like via the Rinnegan. Because if you don't believe that the Rinnegan boosts his chakra like at all, he would literally stand no chance against Hashirama. Like what's my point? Because you brought up them being fake. I was like, they would
Um,
still like boost his chakra,
well, he
right,
does
above
have
the EMS.
Hashirama cells at this point.
Yeah, but like you understand that the Rinnegan function would still boost the chakra with the EMS. Even just the Hashirama cells, that would like still like go into like my Hashirama and like Mater scaling to prove a point that he's still strong, that he's still not the same as EMS, and he should be stronger. And
You think
and
Edo
I was
Madara?
also
Wait, hold on. Are you
addressing
trying to
like,
say like Edo Madara is above EMS Madara?
yeah,
No, that's not the case. But okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with that not being the case. Like I'm fine with that being the case. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
got you.
but and
I know
also
what
this
you mean.
statement where you show he's approaching his past power is very vague. It can be referring to EMS or Edo. So yeah,
JaJa, wait, are you like capping right now?
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is
I've
bad.
argued in the past that Edo above EMS multiple times actually,
I've
like
also argued
unironically.
it, but still. Um, I
So
actually have
yeah, so
something to
basically what I'm
strengthen this,
saying,
but
this
yeah, we
statement where
can.
like Madara in his Sage mode form, Blind Sage is like approaching his past power. It doesn't have to refer to EMS. It could be referring to Edo, and also Susanoo Madara would still be slower than that. So I don't see the scaling from like where the
Susanoo
scaling connects
Madara?
between Hashirama and
Oh,
like Casey
okay.
and Minato.
Yeah. So you just want to say like Minato's faster?
Minato can be slightly faster, but I don't think it would be a blitz.
That's fine, I think.
Okay, but I don't think Minato has
Wait,
any
wait,
effective
wait, wait,
way.
wait, 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 wait. Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah, Minato, right above the True Secret Orbs, above
where's
I
True
don't know
Secret
them.
why I
Orb?
was server muted in Omni. That was pretty rude.
You were
Okay. Anyways,
okay.
whatchamacallit? He's above the true seeking orbs. Which one?
Modders.
Okay.
Hold
How
on.
fast are
Let
they?
me ask Spencer and tell him why he was muted.
I'm gonna listen a Hunter debate.
Oh no.
Ew.
Turtle Man versus Adult Khan.
Turtle Man for Sultan.
Whatchamacallit? But basically, I was just trying to say. Wait, what were you saying actually? You were saying something just now, right?
Oh yeah. Minato above the True Secret Orbs, above Jubito's True Secret Orbs,
How
above
fast is that? What's the speed gap?
Tobirama.
What's the speed gap?
Hmm.
What's the speed gap?
It could just be. Do you agree there is one?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well, it can just be above. I don't necessarily care for
how big?
quantification. I don't care for quantification.
Okay. Well, I'm
Okay.
going to say that Sage mode should be higher than the Curse Mark 2 amp, which is stated to be 10 times. So
What's that? I haven't backtracked this to Hashirama yet.
but you're using the speed scaling for base Minato above base Hashirama, because you know base Hashirama can keep up with Tobirama, right?
No.
What do you mean, no?
When does that happen?
When they both fight the same opponent, as in like Edo Hiruzen, when they're both
Oh
in the Edo
yeah.
Tensei form.
Okay. When they're fighting that like time, right? They're not like in control of their own bodies and like have their own chakra
This
control.
nerf would apply to both of them.
Yeah. Okay. But it's based on Orochimaru like controlling them.
What do you mean?
They wouldn't have their own chakra control, and
What do
like
you
how
mean?
they normally like would portion it out to speed. It would all be based on like what Orochimaru does.
Clarify. Like show. Like what are you trying to say? This is like a completely new thing to me. That's why I'm confused.
Okay, what I'm
But
saying is right.
what are you referring to?
What I'm saying is while they're Edo Tensei under Orochimaru's control in part one, right? That's what we're talking about. Part one versus Hiruzen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That version of Hashirama and Tobirama do not have control over their own chakra, meaning they
Why?
can't because Orochimaru is the one controlling them.
He's controlling their actions, not their ability to control
Yeah.
their own chakra.
Huh?
He's literally just ordering them to fight, and in order to fight, they would like use chakra control as well. Would you disagree? He literally
What?
just throws a tag in their head that just puts like at the beginning of the fight he puts a tag in their head that just
Yeah.
orders them to fight. basically.
But we see him like weaving signs to like for their movement. You know that, right?
When
I'll go grab this skin. Do you know when this chapter is? I don't have like much knowledge on part one.
not exactly.
123
123.
Okay.
Got you.
should be around there.
Bubbles, if you're wrong, you're getting banned from the fucking server.
Fuck. 1 second.
Then we will lose our
This
judge.
is not
Good job.
by Bubbles.
Wait, no. It should be close.
It's kind of close. I want to neg you, bro.
I literally do not remember him like making hand signs to like control their movements mid battle. Like
Yeah, he does
that
it.
shit does not come to mind at all.
Did you not read the fight for you versus Arrow?
Yeah, I don't recall that ever happening.
No, I gotcha.
I'm like skimming through my scans as well. I do not see that shit. What the hell?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, because I like specifically remember whatchamacallit. I specifically remember Orochimaru just chilling. He literally just chilling the whole time.
That's not the case, my guy. Go down to. Y'all might as well just type in general. By the way, me and JaJa are both admin. We can see commentary.
Oh, I forgot that roll doesn't work. Okay.
Go to scans and calcs.
Scan calcs?
Yeah.
I'm not even looking general. Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna send
What's
the
this
page.
hand till for?
I'm gonna send the page after this.
Okay. So I think the data book might reference the purpose of like him putting the seals in their head. He even says, "Let me return you to like your original form."
The tags are to suppress personality.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you just asked.
Oh, okay. But whatchamacallit? He also brings up returning them to the original form. So yeah, this like activates their fighting. Is that like an issue?
He says that. Show me that.
I guess that's what you're trying to like prove. I don't know. Like, what's the point of these scans?
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is right. Their chakra control is now like predicated on Orochimaru's.
Why?
Because he's the one like controlling them.
Just because you control someone doesn't mean their chakra control is like reliant on yours.
Huh? Well, he's
like,
not.
do you think that?
Go ahead.
Like, are you saying that like because Orochimaru's like controlling them, they're like limited to like a power to his level? Like, what are you trying to say right now?
No, what I'm saying is like their chakra control being hinging on like on Orochimaru's, right, would mean that they can't portion their chakra to like their respective stats the way they would while they're alive.
Wouldn't that nerf apply to both of them?
Yeah, which would make them relative.
But I've been saying they're relative.
Yeah, no, in this form, I don't think they're relative. Like
yeah, but if the nerf
point.
is the same, right? The nerf applies to both, then they would still be relative, right?
So they're relative to each other here, where they both don't have control over their chakra, right? I don't think they're relative
and alive. Okay, what's the difference?
Do you have a problem with the Edo Madara scale indicating him to Naruto?
Edo Madara in what regard?
Naruto can like react to him.
When?
Let me go get that skin. I know I don't have it on my computer, so I'll just have to.
Are you referring to like the Susanoo?
What if I am?
I think the Susanoo is slower than Edo Madara's physical body.
On what basis?
On like whatchamacallit, the large mass of it and like statements in the statement in Boruto.
The large mass of it? I don't see why that would make it slower if like the mass.
The mass would slow down your acceleration.
I don't think so. If it's more chakra and more mass, they'd just both be unquantifiable.
Where's the more chakra coming from? What do you mean?
The Susanoo is chakra, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so more chakra, more mass. I don't see how. I think it would just like both be unquantifiable. I don't think you could.
Wait, are you?
Say
are you saying because like whatchamacallit? Well, we know in the case of like Susanoo's tail beasts, etc., like the giant ones, they do slow down, and it's like stated in Boruto as well.
Where like are you referring to the? Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, Ishiki refers to like Sasuke Susanoo as well.
That statement from Ishiki, if I recall correctly, what he says is, the legendary Uchiha Susanoo. This speed is not as impressive as I thought. That's what he says, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, why
Strong
does
as
that
well.
mean that it's slower than Sasuke?
Because he's into like that would be his frame of reference if you don't get it. Like how do I explain it? Like the
Um,
frame of reference for the speed of Susanoo would be the speed of his user, right? Like what else
mm,
would he be basing it off of?
well, that would be based off of what he finds like to be impressive as a speed feat.
Yeah, Sasuke was like somewhat keeping up with him in battle, but like in the Susanoo,
When
he got like blitzed the worst at that point. He got like straight blitz and kicked out the Susanoo. Like he got
what?
absolutely
Okay, well, hold on,
violated in
JaJa.
Susanoo.
Wait, why does that have to mean that the Susanoo's like slower? Why can't it just not be as big of an imp as like
What do
Ishiki
you
thought it
mean?
was? Ishiki thought it would be. I'm saying right. Okay, you're saying that based off of this statement, the
I'm saying
Susanoo
because Ishiki was shown to like move faster against Sasuke and Susanoo. He like straight blitzed him and kicked him out the Susanoo as well.
they both get amped in that scene, if I recall correctly.
Hmm?
It's like a different Ishiki versus a different Sasuke.
Hold on, let me grab the scene actually.
Yeah,
And as I was saying earlier,
we
his
can go to
frame
the
of
scene.
reference is Sasuke. And if you agree that Sasuke is frame of reference for the speed of the Susanoo, right?
Um,
Then it would be slower than
I'm basically
Sasuke.
just like attacking that part, right? Because what I'm saying is, okay,
Why?
it can be his frame of reference, but it doesn't have to mean that the Susanoo is slower than Sasuke. He can just be expecting the Susanoo to be massively faster, right? And it only be
Why
a
did
little
he
bit
expect the
faster.
gigantic Susanoo to be massively faster?
I don't know. You're asserting like
But
one
that's
thing
not
is the case,
realistic.
right?
You
I'm
know that,
saying like,
right?
yeah, this one's also possible and like likely probable as well.
How?
Um, here, are you like fine like going to the scan? Cause I'm like kind of arguing blind here. I don't really remember this.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, because he says, all right, what Jigen says is, this is the two of you going all out, right? So he's expecting like an amp, right? Would you agree?
What do you mean?
What Jigen says right before the scene we're like arguing over, he says, so this is the two of you going all out. Fine, show me what you've got.
Hold on. Doesn't mean speed.
Hmm?
But I said that doesn't mean speed.
Okay, okay, JaJa, even if it doesn't mean speed, right? He can be expecting a speed amp, but the speed amp just not be like present. Or not be as big as he's like expecting it
Okay,
to
hold on.
be.
Let me send these scans real quick to like
Got you.
show the context.
You got
Like
it.
at first, he was shown to be like faster than Sasuke, but like he wasn't like absolutely blitzing him initially, right? You agree? Like if you look at the scans, he's not like absolutely blitzing him or whatever, right?
This is a weaker Ishiki.
Yeah, but the same form. Whatchamacallit? Wait, hold on, let me keep reading.
No, a stronger form is the one that says Sasuke is not impressive.
Oh, you mean with the horn?
Yeah. You're aware of like how the karma works, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I would just say that your like whatchamacallit, your expectation of the statement or your interpretation of the statement is very unrealistic because it is very common that like super big things are not fast. Like you agree with that, right? Due to like
Um,
mass slowing things down.
I don't know if that's the case in Naruto. Like with the
What do you mean
hold
that's
on,
not
hold
the
on, hold on.
case in
I
Naruto?
don't know if that's the case with the Susanoo in specific.
What about the case of like Naruto being able to like I don't know react to whatchamacallit a Biju? Or you remember that in the war arc when he like reacted to the Four Tails
What? I mean, like,
in
I
base?
when?
Oh, let me grab that chapter. It's like hold on, let me just grab it.
Sure.
He basically reacts to a fully transformed like Son Goku in like his base form, like reacts to one of his hands.
We can see
Kind
that.
of ridiculous given that like, you know, the weaker forms of the Biju were like fighting him in like V1 and shit, so I don't know. That's like an example.
Raph,
Shut up.
you're ratting.
What chapter was this bitch in?
Should be in like 39, not 39, 40s.
JaJa, you suck. Why are you losing to bitch pass?
I'm not losing anyway.
Okay.
The
Niggas
chapter's
getting
so hard to
folded.
find.
Cap.
Valor 6 pads over JaJa. Okay.
Valor over
Okay.
Valor over
If you look in chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scans and counts. We not only see base Naruto, but KCM Naruto reacting to like a fully transformed like Biju or Jinchuriki with like more chakra as you say, but due to his giant
Well,
size, he's like easier to react to.
where does when does base Naruto react?
Yeah, found it right. Well, like one of the images with the chains on him, that's inside of his mind. But you see the Four Tails try to grab him, and he dodges it and runs up his arm. And then when he tries to grab him, he uses KCM1 to stop it and react.
When is the four tail shown to be like fast at all?
Hmm? All the Jinchuriki, like you remember that base Four Tails Jinchuriki was like fighting him in KCM. You don't remember that?
Not at all, bro.
You don't? The V1, sorry, not V1, V2 and like base Jinchuriki, partially transformed actually, were like fight.
V
Hold
two
on,
and
this shit
no,
is
I don't remember that shit at
ridiculous.
all.
Here's like the scan where like he narrowly dodges him in like base and still gets like his cheek grazed.
Actually, let's see.
He was having a hard time keeping up with like the Edo Jinchuriki in their sorry, they're not base, partially transformed, my bad. But in their partially transformed states in general. Like there's a scene where B had to grab him to help him like dodge Yugito, for example. Like he was struggling against them in their base forms. And then here's a fully transformed whatchamacallit, Son Goku, right? And he's like dodging him in base and reacting to him in KCM to
This
show
guy
like
is not in base form. This is like a lava chakra cloak.
yeah.
Okay, like this
That's
is
still
not in
way
base
less
form.
chakra, right, than the fully transformed. Like you would you disagree?
The
Like
four
he just has
tails,
one tail.
the four tails doesn't necessarily have to be going like all out and trying to kill Naruto.
He's forced to. He can't do anything but that.
Is he being controlled at this point? What chapter is this?
By Obito.
Yeah. What chapter is this?
Which one?
The Naruto reacting to the four tails.
Wait, just so I make sure, why does this point hold relevance?
Like, oh yeah,
Oh,
because basically he
Madara.
was
Yeah.
yeah he was scaling to Madara Susanoo. I was basically saying Susanoo that was fast.
Do you think like the ribcage
Chapter
Susanoo is slower as well?
569, I think. Yeah, it's around
569.
569.
Do you think that the ribcage Susanoo is slower as well? Like all forms of Susanoo are slower?
Probably not the rib cage, because it doesn't
Well,
have
the
that much
ribcage is
mass.
the one that like Naruto reacts to.
When does Naruto react to the rib cage? You could have just said that, dickhead. When does Naruto react to the rib cage?
Well, I thought you were like claiming that I thought you knew what I was talking about. Sure. Let me go grab that.
Okay.
This is not
Cap.
that chapter. This is also not that chapter. This is probably that chapter.
It's a pillow. I'm trying to wrap this one up. My head kind of hurts a bit.
Bro, I'm pressing JaJa, making his head.
JaJa was suppressed. That's crazy.
Bro, JaJa's trying to end it because he's getting like throttled. He's getting suplexed.
He's suppressed right now. So he's like going. Now he's gonna go all out and drop this nigga pass on his head.
Cap.
We'll see. I gave it 5 minutes at best, maybe 10.
Ew, why you putting
Looking,
a time limit on another nigga?
Looking skin to couch JaJa, the skin sending right now. Basically, what happens is Madara is about to stab Yuki. Naruto summons a shadow clone, runs over there and grabs his sword.
Hold on real quick. Give me a quick second. Somebody like sent me something. I'm like forced in it. And that sounds pretty weird, but it's just out of context. Okay. You basically sent this. What is this show?
This is Naruto reacting to Madara. Did you not hear my like the context I laid out?
And he reacts to Madara and what?
Madara is going to stab Yuki, right? Naruto reacts by he summons a shadow clone. Then that shadow clone runs over to this part of the battlefield because he's over by Obito.
Okay, I think I would just argue that Madara is holding back like he did against the 5 Kage, and he's actually in
what
reality
basis?
much faster.
On what basis?
Being relative to Tobirama, who can blitz master KCM1 Naruto and EMS.
Okay, I don't think he's relative to Tobirama.
Why not?
Okay, I think he's relative to Hashirama, right? And this is all going off the point that I think that later on, right, Tobirama is faster than Hashirama.
Okay.
Remember that point we're on? Okay, so
Okay,
Tobirama
how
can
so?
react to people like Jubito, right? And he can
Which
react.
Jubito?
Unstable.
Unstable.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can
Oh, wait,
like,
how? What
huh?
feet? What feet?
He like tags him with paper bombs.
I have issue with that feat, sort of, but no, that's fine. Continue.
Okay. That that Jubito can blitz Master Casey and Naruto. You have contention
He
with
can
that?
grab his face before he can react.
Before
Naruto
he
can
can
like react with
react.
chakra arms, but like he can't like
He
physically
reacts
dodge
to
it.
the chakra arms to the true secret
Yeah.
orbs.
Yeah, I think Tobirama is still going to be faster than this Naruto, regardless.
That's
But go ahead.
fine. I think that Naruto's faster than this one that reacts to Madara.
But I like explaining that like if someone's weaker than a Madara, it is like very likely for him to hold back like he does against the five Kage.
I
And
don't
I'm
see
saying
that.
like if
I don't
we
see
know
why.
that like whatchamacallit, that Madara can be scaled to Tobirama in terms of like combat speed, right? Tobirama can blitz. What was I gonna say? Master KCM, Naruto, and EMS Saucy, right? We also know that I almost said
That
Naruto.
was the entire
Madara tends
point
to
of me
toy
like
around with his opponents. Then we can come to the conclusion that due to these characters not being like actually scaled to his full power and his tendency to like toy with opponents, he would be toying with these people.
okay, JaJa. That can be like oh shit. My internet went out.
Die because it's separate
Hello?
from his headset.
Hello?
That's cap. That
Oh yeah,
nigga
you're back.
fucking
Yeah, I'm
run.
back. Okay.
All right,
Um
you heard what I said, right?
no. What were you saying?
I was basically saying like if Madara can be scaled to Tobirama, who would in reality scale much higher than this, and we also know that Madara has a tendency for scaling for holding back against opponents, right? Then we could just come to the conclusion that he's just holding back and toying with these people here, and in reality his full scaling would be against someone like Hashirama,
I
who he
see no
openly takes
indication of that.
seriously and really like wants a challenge from Hashirama. Like when Hashirama returns to comes to the war, he like instantly says Hashirama fight me. Like he's excited to fight Hashirama, unlike he was for like Naruto B and Kakashi and the rest of them, right? So
JaJa.
I would just argue that he holds back against him.
I don't see any evidence of that. I don't see any evidence that
The evidence I
Madara's
just
holding
gave
back
you.
here. Yeah, that's fine, right? You know that like Tobirama stated to be the fastest shinobi, like of yeah, he stated to be the fastest shinobi.
Flying Raijin,
Why?
because Flying Raijin, is taken into account when they talk about speed. A prime example of this being the case is like when Obito's about to Kamui Minato take and BFR him into the dimension, and then Minato escapes with Flying Raijin, right? And then he comments that he is as fast as ever.
That would be like
That's like a
would that
scene
not
where
be
someone literally sees
predicated
him
on
teleport.
like saying that Minato or not Minato and Madara, but Obito and Madara like view speed in the same light in the same way?
What do you mean?
They'd have to think like, okay, they would have to both be regarding to FTG, right? In
Yeah.
order for that to
Well,
work.
there's
They would
evidence.
have
Well,
to
I was
they
like,
would
not only have I given this evidence as like an example where like FTG is regarded as speed, but I also gave the scaling for Tobirama relative in terms of combat speed to like base Hashirama. So that would
yeah,
also
and
like
that
fit my
like the
example.
whole point of me like getting into this, right? Or like this line of scaling was because I don't think Tobirama is at his full capacity. Or they're both not at their full capacity, it's fine. But the chakra control is like dependent on Orochimaru. Did you agree
But
with
you
that or
understand
no?
this nerf would apply to both of them, right?
Yes, okay, but JaJa, if
So
it
they would
applies
both
to
still be
both of them,
relative at full power.
no, that's not the case. What I'm saying is,
Why?
right, JaJa, if Orochimaru is making them both amp their like speed stat the same way, right? That's not the same as like we don't know how Hashirama and Tobirama have both amp their stats respectively while they're alive with their own chakra
What do you
supply.
mean?
Okay, say me and you both have chakra. Actually, no. Say I like reanimated Bubbles and Facts. Am I cutting out again?
No.
Okay. Say I reanimated Bubbles and Facts, right?
Facts would still be massively weaker because it'd be nerfed by the same amount.
Anyway, so say I like reanimated Bubbles and
Let's
Facts.
say like I
had them-
reanimated Six Path's
I
mother.
had them join the Discord server, right? And I'm about to make them debate. let's say like they
And I
both
brought
they
it to the
both have
fight club,
100.
and I made her
They both
fight.
have 100 debate points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Normally, Fax puts 10 of his debate points into his rhetoric and the other 90 into argumentation. But now I'm making him put 50 into his rhetoric and 50 into his argumentation.
Wait, why is this the case with like Hashirama and Tobirama? When is it
Because I
shown that
think
Orochimaru specifically
because I
controls
think
things like this?
because that's what we've been like arguing over this entire time.
I
Because that's
don't
how I
I
think
don't
he's like
even necessarily agree
controlling
with that.
them.
I was just telling you like your argument would mean they would both be like nerfed to the same extent. But this is your argument. I definitely don't agree with that. Like when is this shown to be the case?
Because I think Tobirama has better speed feats than
Like
Hashirama
what?
does. Like the Jubito thing.
But right, if they had the same Edo Tensei nerf, because you're trying to like use this argument to say like the Edo Tensei nerf, or like it's like dependent on how Gosho Orochimaru controls them, and like he can like fluctuate what they put into what statistic. I don't think there's any evidence for that being the case, right? Is there
There
any
is
evidence,
because
statements, implications?
Tobirama has better speed feats later on.
But this is a circular argument.
How is that circular?
Okay, right. Whatchamacallit? Basically, this is what you're doing. You say, oh, you
Oh,
make a
and I used
basis
that
claim
one
that
statement.
like,
In that statement,
what statement?
Tobirama is the fastest.
Yeah, I already told you my interpretation of that. All right, and I gave like support via Obito, right? That's like literal evidence. But basically, you're saying
And then I wait,
Orochimaru
hold
like
on,
nerfing them
JaJa.
and
But then I asked you right to like show me that Minato or Obito and Madara view speed the same way, because that's what would be needed for
why do I
that
have
to
to prove
work.
that? Like, what's the
Okay,
requirement for that?
okay,
Why is that
because
needed?
because if they don't because you know Madara is the one that makes
Are you
that
supposing
statement,
they
right?
do it different?
I'm saying it's a possibility. I don't know why. Like
It's just a
it's more. I don't know
possibility.
why it's
You don't
more.
think all Shinobis would see it as the same?
Why?
Why? Like, why would any Shinobi, like, for example, if like all like, if you think that like Shinobis just arbitrarily view speed differently, then why do you think everyone uniformly agrees that Minato's the fastest Shinobi?
I
Like,
mean,
that's kind of weird that everyone can
that
like
can just be
commonly agree
objective.
in the world that one person is like the fastest, even though like you're like coming to
That
this
can just be
possibility
objective.
conclusion that they just arbitrarily view it differently.
But that can just be objective. Minato can just be
Where's
the
the
fastest.
definition? Where's the evidence that they like view it arbitrarily differently? Like, where's this coming from?
Huh? Like JaJa, what's to
Where's this
say they
coming
like
from?
view it the same? That's why I'm asking you
What's to
for.
say they
Did
view
they
it the
view it the
same?
same? Yeah.
Well, how would speed differ in the Shinobi world? Speed is seen as the same, whether it be
Why?
teleportation, jutsu, combat speed, flying, rising, etc. They would all fit under the category speed. That, if you didn't notice, that's why Minato and Tobirama are hailed as so fast. You know what's the common trait between them? The flying Raijin. If you haven't realized,
Body flicker as well, and they could also just have
body
really high.
flicker. Tobirama's body flicker is the same speed as like old Edo Hiruzen and base Hashirama. If you don't realize that, they all arrive at the war at the same time. Yeah, with the body flicker. Do you not remember that?
Okay,
Minato
well, if
arrived
that's
before
the
all three of
case,
them,
right?
but
Then
the rest of them
Tobirama
arrived
can
at the same time.
okay, because JaJa, what I'm arguing, right, is a combat speed feat. So Tobirama
Yeah?
can just have a higher combat speed.
When is his combat speed shown higher? It's shown relative to Hashirama.
The Jubito thing.
The Jubito thing. What Jubito thing?
With the paper bombs.
The paper bombs? What does that mean? The wood clone of Hashirama?
Hmm?
You know in that scene, that was like a Hashirama wood clone, right?
What does that have to do with Tobirama?
Like, you're saying like, oh, he's like shown to be faster than than Hashirama here. How come?
No, I guess that would just be predicated on like that holding back point
Hashirama
about
already being
Madara.
slower, right?
Yeah, that holding back point about
Yeah.
Madara.
I was basically saying it was a circular argument because you were claiming that Edo Tensei works this specific weird way. I was like, that's never stated or like shown to be the case. And you're like, yeah, it's shown to be the case due to the fact that like, I don't know, you're saying like Tobirama shows
Has
higher
higher
speed
speed
feats than
feats.
Hashirama. But then I was like, wait, but like they show relative speed. And then you just go back to like, oh, yeah, the Edo Tensei works this way. But like, one of your arguments that the Edo Tensei works this specific way is like completely unbacked. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay, so basically, as I was gonna say, base Hashirama relative to Tobirama, you said that, I don't know, there's not much, like, there's an unquantifiable gap between, like, base Hashirama and Minato in speed, sure. I can agree he's slightly faster, I don't mind. But I was to say that, like, you can actually quantify the Sage Mode amp, right? And this should be above 10 times with the perfect Susanoo. I said perfect Susanoo. Perfect Sage Mode is above the curse mark 10 times. I could argue it higher, unironically, but you know,
Shit,
I might refrain from
argue
doing
it.
it.
No, argue it. Do it.
I could argue it above 25 times.
I want to hear it.
Oh, because are you aware of the statement Kakashi says where like the four tail cloak would like amp Naruto by 25 times, right?
No.
He
Oh,
basically says
I know. I know that statement. I know that statement. Why is that
yeah, he
referring to
says
the Four Tails cloak?
I'm pretty sure like that was the whatchamacallit, the cloak because Yamato was like holding back his chakra so he didn't transform. And it's not like he was like at risk of going full Kurama mode because it was Shadow Clones, but it was mostly like four tails. If it's not four tails, then it would just like be a lower form because we see like he goes up four
Do
tails
you know
V1
what?
actually.
Do you know what?
And actually,
at what
hold on.
time
Let me
that
finish real
statement's
quick. Let me
made?
finish real quick.
I got you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
before I finish that, like, you know, like the seal weakens over time, and like the most recent strongest transformation of his was his four tails form because the seal does weaken over time,
Okay,
so he
but
wouldn't be able to go like six tails, five tails, Fukurama, etc.
but JaJa, that would be like you'd have to like show me that Kakashi knows how much chakra the Four Tails has in comparison to himself
What do you mean?
in order for that argument to work, huh?
What do you mean?
Because like basically what that would entail is right.
That Kakashi can see chakra.
Kakashi like knows how much chakra Four Tails Naruto like has
Do
in
you read that
reserve. Right?
Kakashi can see chakra?
Has he seen a Four Tails at this point?
He can see the seal.
Can he see?
Well, wait. If you're saying that he hasn't seen the four tails, right? Then it will be a weaker form, like three tails or something that he has seen, which would just further my argument. That
Why can't it
Sage
just
mode
be
is
the
above
full
the
nine
25
tails?
times. Why? But I'm saying like the seal weakens over time. The seal doesn't allow it. Remember, the seal weakens over time. That's why he like slowly goes up in transformation. One tail, two tails, three tails, four tails, six tails,
Yeah.
8 tails, and then Minato reseals it. So not possible. So if you don't agree it's four tails, you would agree it's a weaker form. Therefore, Sage mode would scale above the 25 times. Yeah.
Why?
Because Sage mode amps him higher, right, on the level of pain than like well, first of all, it did amp him higher than like four tails because the four tails like transformation just made him like Orochimaru Jiraiya level, base Jiraiya, like around base Sani level, give or take. But like
when he was a
with
kid.
Sage mode, he can like arguably be above Sage Jiraiya.
That would like you just be claiming like Naruto didn't get any stronger.
Naruto got stronger, and what?
He should have better chakra control and like a better mental state.
In base?
Yeah. Well, like
okay,
you know,
Sage
like
mode is
he
still
has
a
to.
bigger amp than like four tails.
Okay, JaJa, if we ignore that, right, and like what you brought up before, and we say Naruto got stronger, what says that like Sage Mode's bigger than Four Tails amp?
Yeah.
What says that at that point?
Oh,
if we,
in the
if we say
anime
Naruto
filler
got
power,
stronger.
he beats the fuck out of Four Tails Naruto.
Is that like Naruto the same strength base to base?
What do you mean?
I've never seen the power arc.
Oh, the power arc is whatchamacallit? The power, it's like before the war arc. It's basically like, Kabuto's involved, and Kabuto like clones Naruto and like has a four tail V2 Naruto, and like Sage Mode Naruto bodies it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well,
so
even
how
so,
does-
you were arguing that's not four tails, so it would have to be like three tails. Like, would you disagree that Sage
I'm now
Mode's a bigger
arguing
amp
that-
than three tails?
No, I'm just now arguing that like Naruto got stronger. I was dropping that.
Okay.
Sorry if I didn't make that clear. But yeah, what you call it? In this power scene, right? How does like Kabuto get a hold of Nine Tails chakra?
Takes it from Naruto.
He takes chakra from Naruto
Yeah, he took it from his seal.
and gives it to a clone.
Yeah, a clone of him.
What?
If you didn't realize before I say it, like the base form, the clone doesn't matter because when Naruto's like in his V2 forms, for example, it's just Kurama completely taking over, so he has no like amp or control of that. Like he's not really contributing to that at all. So
Okay, well,
the base form of the clone doesn't matter.
is there like an actual Nine Tails in there
What do you mean?
inside of this clone of Naruto?
an actual Ninetales. He has a
Yeah.
Ninetales chakra of like to enough Ninetales chakra, not an actual Ninetales inside of him, of course, but he has enough Ninetales chakra to create this Four Tails V2 cloak,
That's fine.
and
If there's
Naruto's
not
bodies
an
the fuck out
actual
of him.
nine tails inside of there, right?
It doesn't
Then
have to be. It's the
yeah.
chakra that matters, right?
If there's not, right, then like the nine tails level of chakra control wouldn't be there. Or the nine
What do you
tails
mean?
form of chakra control wouldn't be there. So it shouldn't be the same amp.
The chakra would still possess him.
But it doesn't have to be the same amp because it's not the same person controlling the chakra.
Then who controls the chakra?
I don't know who controls the chakra. I've never seen the power arc.
Okay, well, I'm basically telling you that like whatchamacallit, that what I'm saying. Like the like Ninetales chakra would still possess his like fucking clone. You know that, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, right, it's not the same person at the wheel.
What do you mean?
It's not the same person controlling him, like manipulating that
But
chakra.
if you agree that
So
the
it doesn't
Ninetales
have to be the
chakra
same
possesses
amp.
him, then who's controlling it?
Huh?
You agree that the Ninetales chakra is possessing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it possesses him.
I mean, it
So
can be
controls
that.
him.
It can be that, or the Naruto can just be like mindless. The Naruto can just be mindless. I don't know, JaJa, because I've never seen this arc.
Okay. Anyways,
Like
we can just leave this one up to the judges. It doesn't matter.
That's fine.
The 10 times boost is enough because my point is that Hashirama's like slightly slower than Minato, and then he gets like a quantifiable boost, right? And also, this goes without saying, you agree that Minato can't damage Hashirama, right? It goes without saying.
I
Base
don't know.
Hashirama.
I don't know. What is that based on?
Well,
Or I guess like
saying-
here I'll agree. Yeah, if my AP scaling didn't go through, well, I didn't even get to like kind of complete. To be fair,
I thought we
basically
left that up to the judge.
yeah. We left like the point of if he scales to Biju Sage Naruto, like up to the
Okay.
judge. What the completion of that was gonna be is like KCM 2 Naruto over that Madara, right? Like relative to EMS Madara, relative to Sage Hashirama. And then
Relative
like
to EMS mod. Wait, what do you mean? Which Madara? Wait,
it was gonna be.
wait, you're saying KCM2 Naruto's over which Madara?
Let me. I'll type it out and scan the calcs.
Okay.
It would be. I'm not gonna put Minato in here because all it's gonna say is Minato relative to BSM. Let's see.
What up, bitches? I'm gonna interrupt a debate.
Hello,
Spencer, shut the fuck up. 1 second, you're getting server muted.
Spencer
Bitch.
has voice perms and just unserver mute himself.
Now
You don't have
Bob
to-
was a server muted. Got him.
Bitch,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
have
back
her.
to bitch.
God, my head hurts.
Got him.
I need to wrap this up.
I'm expecting mod abuse incoming.
I'm the judge. Can I take Spencer's voice
It was
mods?
basically gonna It was basically
Okay.
gonna be this, JaJa.
BSM over KCM2, right? 10 times?
Minato at the front of that, obviously. This would just be like on the basis I won that he's relative to BG Sage or Naruto.
I don't agree with Sage Mode Hashirama's strongest form being relative to EMS Madara. Or Blind
yeah.
Madara Sage Mode being relative to EMS Madara.
Yeah, you already showed contention with that.
Okay,
Then we leave that up to the judge or whatever.
okay. Just to continue my like Hashirama like AP and durability scaling, I was going to say that whatchamacallit, there's a statement, are you aware of, Naruto, the Rasenshiro can use to defeat Kakuzu rival the fourth Hokage in power, right?
Yeah, I just say that like here, basically my argument, like response to that would be like, yeah, the KCM cloak is a bigger amp for him, and then that's how he's relative to BG Sage or Naruto. But that would be on the basis.
I mean,
won
I'll
that
continue
point.
my scaling
But yeah,
anyways. Like
You cut out for me when you JaJa said like you read the statement of like Naruto rivaling the fourth Hokage.
What I said was my response to that would just be like, yeah, KCM's like a huge amp for Minato, and that's why he's not relative to like BG.
How huge is the amp?
Big enough that like it would go off the basis I won that point. It'd just be like the
Okay.
amp's big enough for him to like catch up to this Naruto.
Okay, let me just continue my my Hashirama over Minato and AP argument. I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say that there's a huge difference between like base Minato and like fucking base Hashirama. Do you remember the scene where base Hashirama and Edo Madara were like fighting hand to hand, right?
Not at all.
Oh my gosh, I gotta get everything for you, man.
No, I think actually no, I don't remember that at all. You said base
Okay.
Hashirama and base Madara, like hand to
Yeah,
hand.
base Hashirama and Edo Madara
Yo,
were like
if I
fighting
can
hand to
drop
hand.
these scans, is that good?
Yeah, go ahead and drop it.
Yeah, if you have that scan
Yeah.
on you, we're like
Um,
base Hashirama
I
and Edo
might.
Madara.
I'm in a big ass scan service. Let me see.
Okay. Actually, I know a website that's kind of like a respect thread wiki that might just have it on them.
Sounds fucking disgusting.
They fight hand to hand. That's so weird. I always thought they fought with like their swords.
Yeah, I'm not
They
seeing
did
it.
both.
Jason, you're not cool posting a picture that I sent in another server and saying, "Look what I found." You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're an
Shut
ugly
up,
fucking bitch.
Spencer. Shut up. You fat piece of shit.
Yeah, keep talking when you can't hear nobody. Come on, do it.
Jason has voice first.
Suck on that.
You're literally my son.
How
Oh,
You
long
he
is
deep
said
this
this
throat my
gonna
again.
cock every
go?
Yeah.
night. Shut up.
An
So
hour.
as yeah. The purpose of the argument is to say, whatchamacallit, it's just to demonstrate like how huge there is of a gap just between like base Hashirama and like base Minato alone in power,
Is this
and then
like
like with the
this is
Sage
just
Amp.
their swords, right?
Yeah.
Why does this scale to Hashirama's durability?
Okay, they're exerting relative AP. You agree to that?
Mm,
Well, it's
through
not a
their
sword. It's like a
hands.
sword
How
in a
hard do they
fan.
like punch?
Hmm?
How hard do they like punch?
What do you mean? You don't agree they can like damage each other
Hmm?
with punches? Like they were like shown to be like equals. Like they fight for a long time. Like you
I
don't agree
don't.
they can just damage each
I
other with
don't
punches?
know. I don't know if Hashirama damaged Madara with a punch.
He doesn't have to do it in order for you like to understand that he could, if you know what I mean.
Oh, are you just trying to
Like
scale his
basically
like
like the
jutsu?
display of Hashirama and Madara, they fight equally so many times. They continue to fight equally in the war. Like, would you disagree that he could damage like Madara with a punch, like hand to hand?
Do we ever see like Hashirama punch him?
I don't think we'd have to see that to like in order to prove my point.
How do we know he does it
Like
in
I'm just saying
combat?
the narrative of Hashirama versus Madara being like
Why
equals,
does that
right?
mean that he punches him?
I'm saying he should be able to damage him with a punch due to them being so close in power.
Why? Why can't it just be his
Because
jutsu?
if like he punched him in the face and it didn't do
JaJa,
shit to Madara, they would not be relative in power.
JaJa.
Yeah,
When does Hashirama ever punch? Like
that's
at
not the
all?
argument. Wait, are you saying he doesn't punch? Like, what are you saying?
Wait,
Yeah.
six path. Six paths. Wait, are you not getting what he's saying?
No.
He's saying it is a narrative that they're like matches for each other. While in this like
Yeah, that doesn't have to
yeah.
be Hashirama's body. That can just be his jutsu, or like his wood style.
What? But he uses taijutsu as well.
I mean, he uses like kinjutsu with his swords and whatnot. I don't see why
He
that
uses
means he
taijutsu
like
against
punches
Hiruzen.
Madara. Huh?
So you're saying he just doesn't punch?
Oh yeah, he
use
does. Yeah, he
taijutsu?
does use taijutsu against Hiruzen.
Okay.
That's fine.
Anyways, as I was gonna say, basically the scaling is what's it called? Kaze. I'm gonna say Kaze Kage. I'll get down that's Kakuzu arc Rasen Shurikens Naruto relative to Minato's power, right?
Mhm.
And then we have Naruto trains. He gets Sage mode. He gets Waterfall of Truth.
Yeah, and he hit
gets
Madara with
Sage
the
mode,
Rasen Shuriken.
etc. He just gets a bunch of amps, and then a Madara that is being suppressed by Hashirama's Wood Dragon, right? It's suppressed in chakra by Hashirama's Wood Dragons. Just tanked his massive Sage mode Rasengan, showing a huge gap in between like base Minato and like
Show me
weaker
him
Madara.
tanking it again.
Okay, sure. They literally said just didn't do shit to him. God, my head hurts. I'm trying to wrap this up soon because my headache's increasing.
I'm pretty sure it did. I mean, this should be the last point, right?
Bruh, I'm probably just gonna like skim through like win cons, but yeah. Look in chat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like Sage Mode Naruto, by the way.
I know it's Hashirama Naruto.
So
Well, for one, right, the wood dragons here, they suppress chakra, or they like absorb chakra, right?
yeah, so
Okay,
he would
so
be
they'd be
weakened.
absorbing
Yeah.
the Rasen Shuriken as well.
No,
Why?
why would it be?
Because they absorb chakra. Rasen Shuriken be chakra.
What? What did you just say?
They absorb chakra. Rasen Shuriken is chakra.
He should have just passively absorbed
This nigga
chakra.
spitting.
They passively absorb it.
Yeah, like no matter what Hashirama
Is that
was.
not like a quality of the wood dragons?
Can you show me? Like what?
I thought that was like a quality of the wood dragons, that they just suppress chakra.
Well, they're like, if you don't see like they're wrapped around and like grabbing Madara to absorb his chakra, right? They're not simply just touching him, like they're literally like wrapping around.
Actually,
him
how do we know
constantly.
this didn't like damage Madara?
Because it said didn't take him down and he's completely fine.
It says he didn't take him down, which is fine
Yeah.
because Rasen Shurikens can't seal Edos.
What? What are you saying?
Rasen Shurikens can't seal Edos, so yeah, it not taking
Okay,
him
you know
down
how they
is
seal
fine.
the Edos, right? They give them a lot of damage. A big example is Third Raikage. Basically, Naruto tricked the Third Raikage into stabbing himself, caused a huge amount of damage. Then they got the opportunity to seal him. That's what they're trying to do against Madara.
I mean, that was accomplished.
That was what?
That was accomplished.
Yeah, and I'm saying due
He
to
got
the
sealed.
Rasen Shuriken not doing shit to him, it's not accomplished.
Well, how do you, JaJa, how are you asserting it didn't do shit to him? All we
We
see,
see it didn't do shit to him, and Hashirama said it didn't do
No.
shit to him.
no. What? Okay, JaJa. What Hashirama says is Naruto's jutsu did not take him down, right? There's
Yeah.
an unquantifiable amount of time between this Rasen Shuriken explosion and this here because the deity gates are now on top of Madara. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And like a conversation has happened between
So it couldn't
Gaara
take
and
him
the
down.
Bishi.
It
Okay.
couldn't hurt him seriously enough.
Why?
A weakened Madara, might I add. A
Huh?
weakened Madara.
What do you mean he couldn't
enough.
hurt him seriously enough? How do you know that?
Okay, because the way they like sealed these Edos, right? As I gave with the Third Raikage example.
No
He, like,
ceiling,
stabbed him
no
with his own
ceiling
heart.
shinobi around.
What?
No ceiling shinobi are around. So like even if that did happen, right? All Hashirama did was like drop deity gates on him.
If it gave him a whatchamacallit, if it gave him like enough like damage, then it would take. If he wouldn't just like instantly be fine, it would take him a super long time to regenerate. You understand that, right?
I don't
Like that
know.
was like. Do you think he threw a Rasen Shuriken at him for funsies?
No, he could have like
No, why
hurt
did he throw it at
JaJa.
him?
What I'm saying is, right, this could have hurt Madara. This could have damaged Madara, like
Yeah, but
to a
didn't, like,
larger
do
extent,
enough.
right? Yeah, but no ceiling shinobi are around to capitalize on if it did do enough. We don't know if it did enough because the only statement we have is from Hashirama saying that the jutsu didn't take him
Didn't
down.
take him down,
Which
right?
JaJa, which is fine because we know that Rasen Shurikens can't seal Edos. I don't
never
see
said
how
it
you.
could.
Okay, JaJa, but
I'm
then
saying
I
he
don't
didn't
see.
do enough damage. To
I
him.
don't see how you can assert that when we don't see like there's a gap between when it hits him and the next time we see Madara like on screen.
Yeah, and Hashirama says it didn't take him down for a reason.
Yes. Okay, Judge. When I'm saying it didn't take him down, right? I'm saying okay, yes, that's right because Rasen Shurikens can't seal Edos. That would be
Hey,
what
you know
taking
why?
Madara down is.
You don't know the plan here? Like, he's waiting for the Sealing Shinobi to come. You know what he's planning to do? He's basically planning for Madara to get hurt a lot, right? Then they will hold him down and wait for the Sealing Shinobis to come. But that didn't happen. That's literally the plan they're doing.
Yeah, they didn't come fast enough.
What do you mean?
They didn't come fast enough to capitalize
No, I'm
on like if
saying due to
Naruto damaged
like,
Madara or
Madara not
not.
being damaged enough.
We
that
don't
plan
know
didn't
if
work out.
Madara is not damaged or not.
I said he's not damaged enough.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know that.
We do. I just outlined you the plan that would like have to take place, like what they're doing, right? That's the plan they're doing.
Yeah,
As
it,
Hashirama
but
says,
wait,
waiting for the Sealing Shinobi.
both you guys are kind of repeating yourself, so if you guys could like move off this point.
All right, fine. What was I gonna say? So, yeah. Oh, also my last argument. Narratively, Hashirama should be stronger than whatchamacallit, Minato via
Don't
being
do
without a
this.
Shinobi.
Don't do this.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Don't do this, JaJa.
Got a Shinobi.
JaJa.
What?
Casey and Minato was not around when that statement was made by Hashirama.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so I'm saying like, okay, due to since I have scaling that would put him above, right?
Nah, I
That statement
debunked your
does not hold
scaling.
true.
Prove Minato's God of Shinobi level.
You're such a faggot. Anyway, we can go to
Anyways.
conclusions. Boy, Bubbles, do you like need us to conclude, or JaJa, is there anything else you want to say?
Let me just bring up sealing, shit like DD Gates, Wood Dragon, shit like that. That should be able to seal and beat Minato. And also, Hashirama has like more chakra than Minato. He should be able to outlast him in stamina.
Okay, I think Minato just beats him up.
Okay, cool.
Bubbles, do you need us to conclude?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. JaJa won. Do I need to like
Yeah.
explain
sure,
why? Okay.
Sure, JaJa.